In this video, you're gonna learn how to make money without pretty much doing anything. So stick around right after this. Hey, what's going on? Ronnierokksmith here with USA Digi. So in this video, I want to talk about arbitrage. So this is a system where you can actually make money for almost doing nothing. So doing nothing is a very strong claim to make money, right? And if you think about it, what in the world can you actually do nothing and make money in return? Well, arbitrage is what we're talking about in this video. And it's a system that you can use to kind of like outsource work for one person to another. But what I want to do right now is explain it to you in layman's terms. Okay, so before I explain what arbitrage is, I'm going to read this arbitrage definition on Wikipedia. Now, some people don't like Wikipedia because, you know, they have information in there that's not accurate sometimes because anybody can go in there as a contributor and put stuff in there. But Wikipedia on the back end has complete control over this and they can take out whatever they want. So it's kind of messed up in a way because if you are actually contributing something in there that's actual fact and they just don't like it, they can take it out. So, you know, that kind of sucks. But hey, that's their platform, that's their system, whatever. But the reason I want to read this to you is because it's written on a higher grade level than most people commonly understand, right? Most people understand things on a 6th grade level or lower, and it's easier for them to comprehend. So if you read this, it may be still confusing on exactly what the hell arbitrage is. So I want to explain it to you in simple terms. I actually made a diagram that I'm going to show you as well after I explain it, because most people learn better by visually seeing something explained rather than hearing something audible. So yeah, I want to show that to you guys and help you out. So this is almost a system where you can make money by almost doing nothing. I really don't think there's a system out there where you can actually do nothing at all and make money. So if you've ever heard of a system out there where you can make money literally doing nothing, leave it in the comments because I want to know about it as well. Okay, so let me read this definition. So it says, in economics and finance, arbitrage is the practice of taking advantage of a price difference between two or more markets, striking a combination of matching deals that capitalize upon the imbalance, the profit being the difference between the market prices at which the unit is traded. Yeah, so you see what I mean? It's written in a higher grade level than most of us really typically understand. Take President Trump, for instance. He speaks on a 6th grade and under level so that most people can simply understand what the hell he's talking about. It's not that he doesn't know how to use bigger words, unlike most politicians that use a higher grade speaking level of 12th grade or higher, right? He wants you to understand. He's a very smart man because he understands how most people learn, right? And they learn from simple language, not terms like this. So you want to speak to people at a level they can understand, which is most people. So let me go ahead and explain this to you, arbitrage and how it works. Okay, so in layman's terms, let's do it like this. We're going to use A, B, and C, okay? A is going to be a buyer. B is going to be you, which is the middleman. And C is going to be the person that is selling a service. So they're going to be actually doing the work. So person A wants something done for 20 bucks. Let's say they want a logo design. So you go out and find person C willing to do the logo design for $10 or less or whatever. And you're going to keep the commission or the difference, right? Which in this case, if they're going to do it for $10 and the buyer is going to pay $20, you're going to get $10 easily just by connecting these two people that are actually never going to ever talk to each other or even know the existence of each other. You're just the middleman. So how this works. So you go to person A and you say, I can do this job. So you take the job. You go to person C, you give them the requirements that person A needs. They do the job. You pay that person $10. You go back and deliver your work to person A and you get $20. So you just made a $10 easy commission. So for those visual learners out there, let's look at the diagram now. So maybe that'll help you understand a little bit better, but it's pretty simple how it works. Just as I was explaining before, right? Person A is the buyer and they want something done for $20. It could be anything. It could be a logo, it could be a video, whatever. It could be any possible anything imagined. And you know what? You can even do this with products. If you go on Facebook Marketplace, say someone's looking for an iPhone, they're willing to pay a such and such price for it, right? And then you go and find that iPhone from someone else that's selling it for a cheaper price, and you're just kind of like the middleman. So this could pretty much work on any freaking platform that you can imagine. So you go to person C, which is the seller. They're gonna do something for $10 that person A wants, right? So you get paid a $10 commission for simply being the middleman. So it's pretty simple how this works, right? It's a really, really cool system to use. I actually teach this in my Fiverrly course, which shows how to do this on Fiverr, right? You could do arbitrage work on Fiverr, but you can use many other platforms, as I just mentioned, Facebook, you could do Craigslist. There's just so many possibilities to use this thing. And this is like the best system that I could possibly think of, where you can do as less work as possible, okay, and make some easy money. Now, here's the good and the bad. So the good news is it's easy to make commissions doing this type of stuff. You're just gonna get the difference of whatever the prices are. Now let's talk about the bad thing. If you just start doing this offhand and you don't do your homework ahead of time and have some good sellers lined up that are reliable and you know they're gonna turn around awesome work for you, you may run into complications and frustrations, okay? Because let's take the logo idea again. Let's say you go ahead and deliver the work that you got from your seller, okay? Let's just say you don't know this seller, you're just trying to start doing this. So the buyer says, well, I'm not happy with this logo. Can you change this or that? So now you have to take the logo, go back to the seller and say, hey, I'm not happy with this. Can you change this and that? Then you go back to the buyer again and say, here's the modifications. Okay, well, I'm still not happy. Can you do this? Okay, so now I have to go back to person C again, the seller, and say, hey, can you fix this? Like, they may only do so many modifications for you, so it may get really frustrating, especially if you don't do this type of designing things for yourself. Like, if you don't have the skills to fix this yourself, you may get in a bind. So it may cause you to lose business and customers. So that's the downfall of it. But however, if you do what I'm recommending you do, and that's to do your homework and find some sellers that you're going to deal with on a consistent basis, just in one particular niche, okay? Don't try to outsource all kind of stuff, because it's going to be really complicated. Remember, you want to do as less work as possible. So whenever you find a buyer, you want your seller to turn around a good job that's very reliable, where you can simply make a profit by delivering their work for them, okay? And that is the gist of doing arbitrage work. All right, that's gonna wrap up this video on the arbitrage method. If you think this is a kick-ass method and you're gonna start using this today or in the upcoming week or whatever, let me know in the comments below on how and what niche you're gonna start using this in. Also, the graphic that we just went over, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description so you can download it if you want to, so you can have it and go over it again at your own leisure time. Okay? I'm Ronnierokksmith with USA Digi, and guys, happy marketing.